N.V.L in the center circle, or Marty Gatling. Looks like Marty Gatling may be jumping. So we are just about set to get underway here. And to bring you all the play-by-play action in tonight's ball game, here is three-time Connecticut Sports Broadcast of the Year, Al Vestro.
Thank you very much, Allie. John Basso out of center court, all ready to make the opening toss. Calvin Glenn for Sacred Heart. Marty Gatling for Wilby. The tap is picked up by the Cats of Wilby. Wilby clad in their traditional green uniforms with the white piping. Sacred Heart with the maroon and gold. In the forecourt now with the ball for the Cats is Barrett Parker. A surprise start, a couple of surprise starters tonight for Wilby. Breakdown battle down the middle, lays it up, misses. Rebound picked up by Henry Brown. Brown to Fernando Dickens. That's a surprise starter for Sacred Heart tonight. In the forecourt corner goes to Calvin Glenn. Dickens cross court over this side to Anthony Perry. In the corner now it comes to Dave Franks holding the ball. Cross court it goes to Dickens. Back out to Perry outside the foul circle. Sacred Heart trying to rebound from a surprising loss to Naugatuck last week. And to give credit where the credit is due, the Greyhounds did everything right in that ballgame. Shot on the outside is missed by Anthony Perry. Rebound is out of bounds. Touch last by Wilby. So the Wildcats get the ball. Wilby very hungrily looking for 3 more victories to qualify for a state tournament berth. In the forecourt with the ball quickly is Mike Udell for Wilby. Outside the foul circle on the far side. Passes off to Parker. Parker going with a 10-foot jumper. No good. Rebound by Henry Brown. Lead pass down court to Anthony Perry. All the way in. Lays it up. And there's either a foul or goaltending call. A foul call against Wilby. Foul committed by Barrett Parker. Quite interesting to note that there are 5 of the 9 Naugatuck Valley League teams have already qualified for state tournament play. And that's a credit to our Valley League ball clubs. At the free throw line, Anthony Perry's shot is up and missed. If the Hearts have any trouble in state tournament play this year, it's probably going to be at the free throw line. They have not been able to, and I know that Henry Brown broke over the line too soon, so Anthony Perry did not even get a chance to throw his second shot up. Oh, the Hearts are starting off in much the same fashion as they finished up against Naughty last week. Having difficulties. The Hearts are strange this year. They play in streaks. Times they look brilliant, and at times they leave much to be desired. In the forecourt will be Barrett Parker with the ball, lays it up and in. And the Cats lead 2-0. Minute and a half gone by. That's the first basket of the ball game. In the forecourt, Calvin Glenn steps over the baseline out of bounds. Ours are foul call. A foul call against Wilby's Frank Locke. Not a shooting foul. The Hearts will take the ball out of bounds behind their own hoop. Hearts shooting at the basket right here in the first half. Pass comes into Brown. Outside it comes to Glenn in this near side corner to Anthony Perry. Shoots it up, misses. Rebound by Henry Brown. Brown to Dickens. Back to Brown at the far side corner. Cross corner comes to Glenn. Lays it up over the rim and good. So the Hearts, after almost 2 minutes have gone by, finally get on the scoreboard, and it's a tie ball game. 2-2. In the forecourt with the ball, Mike Udell. Out in midcourt. Faking one way, going the other over the far side. Backs out toward midcourt now. Pass over the far side to Parker. Parker with the ball. Starts to drive down the middle lane. Shoots it up and off the rim. No good. The rebound knocked out of bounds. And awarded to Wilby. That was a foul call against Sacred Heart. Foul call against Anthony Perry. That's his first team foul for the Hearts. Not a shooting foul. Cats will take it out of bounds from behind their own hoop. Pass comes into Frank Locke over the side of Parker. He sets, shoots it up, misses. Rebound picked up by the Hearts' Calvin Glenn. Glenn to Dickens. Into the forecourt goes Dickens. Shoots up on the outside of the foul circle. No good. Rebound batted up in the air. Picked up by Henry Brown. Brown does a great job rebounding off both boards. Right now he's holding the ball high over his head. Pass off to Dickens. in the near side corner. Brown with the ball. Wilby really packing that basket to make sure that no Sacred Heart player gets in underneath there for the easy layup. Pass comes into Brown, shoots it up, and off the rim, no good. Followed by Calvin Glenn, no good. Rebound by Glenn is good. Calvin Glenn, with a fine second effort, gives the Hearts their 4-2 lead. In the forecourt, drive-in layup shot by Barrett Parker missed, and a foul call against Wilby. Fouls against Marty Gatling. That is his first and a third team foul for the Cats. So on the pushing off foul, the Hearts get the ball in the backcourt. Dickens passes off in the forecourt to Perry. Perry down the middle, all the way in, lays it up and off the side. Rebound picked up by Wilby. Frank Locke down over the middle quickly in the forecourt, all the way in, and he shoots it up, and it's short. Rebound picked up by Calvin Glenn. Lead pass down court to Anthony Perry. Perry passes off to Calvin Glenn. Lead pass down court by Wilby. As they got the ball, it went out of bounds. Bobby Freeman up on the floor. He's rolling up and down the side of the court with the players. Both teams having difficulty hitting the nets early in this ball game. Almost 4 minutes have gone by, and it's only a 4-2 score. Pass down court by Sacred Heart, and they throw the ball away. Would you say these players are keyed up a little, Allie?
I don't know. I think they're keyed down because they aren't playing well.
Okay. Traython Battle gets a pass in as the Cats go on the offensive. Shooting in the basket to our left here in the first half. Mike Udell brings the ball down. Closely got it by Dickens. Bounce passes over this side of Traython Battle. Shoots it up and good from 18 feet out at the side. Long pass down court, stolen by Traython Battle. Passes off to Barrett Parker. He shoots it up and misses. Follow-up shot is missed. Rebound over the far side. Picked up by, it's stolen by Wilby. Anthony, shot is up and in by Marty Gatling. And Wilby very quickly has pulled ahead 6-4. In the forecourt with the ball. Henry Brown trying to drive the baseline. Can't get by. Passes out to Dickens. Over the side it comes to Perry in the corner to Dave Franks. Franks holding the ball to Perry. Over the far side to Dickens. Dickens going into the corner. Flips off to Glenn. Out it comes to Perry. Pushes up a 15-footer. Good. And the ball game is all tied up at 6 with 3:05 left to go in the first quarter. Very low-scoring ball game. Both teams coming up with crucial turnovers early in the game. And now another turnover for Wilby's Cats as Frank Locke took steps going in for the layup. Henry Brown comes out of the ball game for the Hearts, and Ozzie Majel comes in to replace him. Dickens with the ball. In the forecourt, pass off to Majel. Majel back out to Perry. In case you just joined us, it's all tied up at 6-6. All of the action in City and Valley League play coming away over WATR Radio, Waterbury's first station. Dickens with it over the far side and corner. Pass into Glenn. Glenn's shot is partially blocked. He gets the ball, loose ball, shoots it up, misses, gets his own rebound, shoots it up, and he is fouled. Did not make the basket, but he was fouled. And let's see who committed the foul. Foul is committed by Marty Gatling. Now a couple of Wilby substitutions. Rod Rapp comes into the ball game for the Cats. Gosha Lamar also comes in for the Cats. And also Teddy McIntosh. Shot in the foul line is good by Calvin Glenn. Hearts lead 7-6, and Calvin has 5 of those 7 points. Now he has 6 out of the 8 points. He converts twice from the free throw line. Hearts in a full court press and a backcourt foul called against Anthony Perry. Perry trying to steal the ball, picks up his second personal foul. Second team foul for the Hearts. Barrett Parker. Let's see. Well, Gosha Lamar gets the pass in over the far side, and And let's see, it's almost lost out of bounds, saved from going out of bounds, picked up by Frank Locke. He shoots it up on the fly, hits the rim, bounds off. Rebound is up and in by Prathon Battle. And it's all tied up at 8. And we get the impression right away that Wilby has come here to play ball tonight. Cats, as we told you earlier, very hungrily looking for a state tournament berth, but they need 3 wins. And the season is very rapidly drawing to a close. In the forecourt with the ball come the Hearts. Every ball game from here on in is tough. Shot from the outside is missed. Follow-up shot missed. Rebound underneath, fought for, and a jump ball called. We told you 5 teams have already qualified, and they are Holy Cross, Kennedy, Sacred Heart, Naugatuck, and Ansonia. Watertown, I believe, needs a couple of wins to qualify. They play Naugatuck tomorrow down there. That won't be easy. Now let's see. Somebody broke over the line too soon on the jump ball, and it's going to be Sacred Heart's ball out of bounds on the near side in the forecourt. Calvin Glenn with it, closely guarded by Prathon Battle. Pass it back out over the far side corner, goes to Brown. Brown's pass deflected, stolen by Teddy McIntosh. Drives all the way in, lays it up off the rim, no good. Rebound by Calvin Glenn to Brown. Brown lays it up, no good. Follow-up shot is good by Calvin Glenn. 10-8. Boy, they're really playing a little racehorse basketball out there now. Down court quickly comes Teddy McIntosh for the Cats. Pass is stolen and restolen. Almost stolen by Calvin Glenn and it was picked up out in the midcourt by McIntosh. Over this side it comes to Prathon Battle. He's called for a traveling violation. That's 4 turnovers for the Cats already in this first quarter. Hearts lead 10-8, and out of the 10 points, Calvin Glenn has accounted for 8 of them. And that's just about par for the course for Calvin Glenn, although against Naugatuck, pitches, they really go point wild. In the fourth quarter, pass over this side to Dickens. Dickens back on the midcourt to Perry. Perry underneath to Calvin Glenn, lays it up, and the shot is partially blocked by a defensive play by Wilby's McCormick. And the Cats come down court with the ball, and they have it knocked out of bounds by a Sacred Heart player. And the Wilby's ball out of bounds behind their own hoop. Frank Locke takes it out, passes off in their side corner to Teddy McIntosh. Set, shoots it up, good. From the deep corner, a little Teddy McIntosh. Long pass down court to Henry Brown. Shoots it up and good. Henry Brown with a 15-footer now has hit for double figures, 10 points. And that's his highest scoring output in quite a while. Well, if the Hearts get Henry Brown to get in the high scoring figures as they get ready for state tournament. There's a shot from the outside by Frank Locke. Good, a beauty by Frank Locke. If Henry Brown can join Calvin Glenn and Anthony Perry in that double figure scoring department, then the Hearts could be tough in state tournament play. Drive-in layup shot is good by Anthony Perry. 44-24, and the Hearts continue their scoring spree. There's Teddy McIntosh driving all the way and lays it up good. What a move by little Teddy. No, the basket will not count. Offensive goaltending called against Wilby. That's a tough break for the Cats. They can use every basket they can get. Right now, they're trailing by 20, and the Hearts are red hot. They scored 22 points already here in the third quarter. They've doubled their scoring output for the entire first half. They had only 22 points in the first half. Well, they got 22 points in the third quarter. Down the middle, Anthony Perry shoots it up and misses. Offensive charge foul call against Anthony. That is his third personal foul, the first team foul for the Hearts here in the second half. Minute 56 left to go in the third quarter. Coming into the ball game for Sacred Heart now is Chris Monroe and also Chris O'Toole. They replace Calvin Glenn and Ozzie Major. Pass comes into the Prathon battle. Out to Teddy McIntosh. Teddy in the forecourt. Pass off to Prathon. Throws up a 10-foot jumper. Good. 44-26. Long pass down court to Henry Brown. Banks it off the glass and good. Henry Brown with 12 points. And Henry's got 10 points this quarter. 46-26. Shot from the outside. Missed by Wilby. Rebound by Henry Brown. Now Henry doing a great all-around job for the Hearts. And he usually does do a great job off the offensive and defensive boards. Anthony Perry shoots up the outside. Good. Now the Hearts are red hot, no question about it. They've suddenly come up with a rash of points. There, Frank Locke driving in, shoots it up. He is fouled by Dave Frank, I believe. 48-26, Sacred Heart leading. Still a minute 7 left to go in this third quarter. The Hearts have had a 26-point scoring quarter here in this third period. And when you get into state tournament competition, these are the kind of quarters you need. Usually a couple of them, preferably 3 of them. At the free throw line, Frank Locke's shot is up and missed. Hearts have broken the ball game wide open here in this third period. And from here, it looks as though Wilby will have to wait till they meet Torrington on Wednesday to go for that very vital 6th win. Second shot is missed by Locke. The rebound picked up by the Hearts. In the forecourt with the ball. Calvin Glenn back in the ball game, pivoting around. Pass it back outside the foul circle. 53 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Hearts may hold on to the ball, take the last shot. Now Calvin Glenn gets it, shoots it up the side. Good! A 12-footer from the side. 18 points for Calvin Glenn. And the Hearts, again, almost double. They will be scored. Teddy McIntosh driving all the way and lays it up. No good. Rebound by Henry Brown. Brown to Dickens, who brings it down along the far side. Gets it into the forecourt. Passes cross-court over this side to Calvin Glenn. Back to Dickens. Dickens with the ball. Deep on the midcourt. 17 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Hearts lead 50-26. Glenn now with another 10-foot jumper. Good. And the Hearts have got 52 points on that scoreboard. They've scored 30 points in this third quarter. Pass down court is No good. A shot is no good, and the buzzer ends the third period. But what a scoring barrage for Sacred Heart. They suddenly came to life and scored 30 points. Lead Wilby 52-26.
Total by 8 points in a quarter. It's just amazing the way that team can turn around like that. I just hope when they get in the tournament that they play the kind of ball they played in the third quarter.
Okay, well, they get the center tap to start off the fourth and final period. And the Hearts can play very loose and relaxed out there with no pressure, having this kind of a lead going to the final period. Anthony Perry of the forecourt shoots it up, hits the rim, bounds off. Rebound by Henry Brown, and he is fouled. Allie, this Henry Brown, you got to give this young man a lot of credit. He comes down with a lot of rebounds off both boards.
Doing an excellent job tonight. He's been very aggressive, more aggressive than we've seen him in the last several ball games. And that's what Sacred Heart needs, a very aggressive performance out of Henry Brown. Combined with Calvin Glenn and Dave Franks underneath there, they could be a very formidable trio.
Right, Henry Brown's first shot at the free throw line is good. 13 points for Brown. And right now he's trying for number 14. And he gets it. That, to the best of my knowledge, is most points Henry Brown has had in several ball games, Allie. 54-26. The Hearts again have doubled the Wilby score. And of course, when you have a 30-point quarter, you can't help picking up a big lead. Right now, Wilby, their backs to the wall. In the forecourt, Teddy McIntosh, pass off to Frank Locke, shoots up in the deep corner. Good. A beautiful shot by Frank Locke. Long pass down court to Calvin Glenn, goes in, shoots it up, and the shot is, let's see, blocked, knocked out of bounds. Fine defensive play by Wilby. Calvin Glenn looked like he had an easy layup. The ball was just pushed right up against the backboard. Raython Battle came through with that defensive gem. In the forecourt, Teddy McIntosh to Frank Locke. Locke being double teamed now. Passes off underneath to McIntosh. Little Teddy, he's only 5'3" or 4", and he was in amongst those big players. He could just barely see him. Frank Locke shoots from the outside, misses. Rebound picked up by the Hearts. Fernando Dickens brings the ball down quickly into the forecourt. Passes off in the corner to Glenn. Now to Dave Franks. Has the ball knocked out of his hands. Rolling loose. Picked up by Franks. Shoots it up and misses. Rebound by Franks is up and good. Or rather, yes, it was Dave Franks who made that second attempt and made it good. The Hearts again double the Wilby score, 56-28. 6:24 left to go in the ball game. Shot in the outside, missed by Wilby. Sacred Heart gets the ball. Lead pass down court to Fernando Dickens. Dickens pass off to Anthony Perry. Perry calls, well, let's see. Coach Eddie Generali wants a timeout. We'll take time for this message from first.
Game conditioned ball. So we look for the varsity team to stay in there, even though Sacred Heart is ahead by a lot, because it's not a point of trying to be nice to the other team. Now he's got to get his team ready for a tournament and for that big Holy Cross game on Monday.
Right. Henry Brown shot from the far side corner, 15-footer from the side, and Henry Brown picks up his 16th point of the ball game. Henry Brown hitting for good double figures in tonight's game, and he's doing a great job off the offensive and defensive boards too. 58-28 now. Hearts leading. Long shot in the outside by McIntosh. Missed. The rebound by Calvin Glenn. Pass off to Dickens. Dickens gets the ball down over the middle in the forecourt. Passes off to Anthony Perry. Perry to round outside the foul circle. Fernando Dickens, a 5'11 junior. He has played occasionally. Craig Wood has been doing most of the starting for the Hearts during the regular season. Calvin Glenn with the ball, shoots it up on the fly, off balance, and he drops it through. 22 points for Calvin Glenn. The Hearts hit the 60-point mark with 5 minutes left to go in the ball game. 60-28. In the forecourt, over this side, Teddy McIntosh with the ball in the corner, closely guarded by Ozzie Majel. Pass off to Doshi Lamar, goes down the middle, banks it off the glass, and makes it good. Pass down court, stolen by Teddy McIntosh. Little Teddy, only a sophomore at 5'3" or 4. He's a fine little ball player for the Cats. Well, the Cats need a lot more than just Teddy McIntosh. There's going to be a backcourt violation unless the Hearts, yes, there was backcourt violation call against Wilby. And the Cats are having their problems here tonight. They'll play Torrington on Wednesday at the Wilby Gym, and they'll be hoping for a better ball game against the Raiders, who have been having their troubles this year. 60-30 the score. Hearts again have doubled the Wilby score. And the forecourt pass intended for Chris Monroe goes by him out of bounds. 4:28 left to go in the game. Tomorrow night, WATR Sports Crew will be at the Crosby Gym to bring you the Holy Cross Crosby game. In the forecourt, McIntosh with it. Crosby very desperately looking for wins. They need 5 to qualify for state tournament play. Shot in the outside, missed by Wilby. Rebound by Frank Locke. Locke driving the baseline, pass off underneath to Prathon Battle. Out it comes to Barrett Parker. Parker to Locke. Locke shoots it up the side, misses. Foul call against Ozzie Major. Wilby has been very hard to figure out ball club this year. They lost their opening 3 games of the season. Then they went on a tear. They won their next 5. And then they went into a nosedive and lost their next 5. Right now, the Cats are 5-8. They need 3 more wins to qualify. At the free throw line, shot by Frank Locke is missed. Crosby has only 3 wins for the season. But that Crosby team has got a potential. Shot on the outside is from the foul line is good by Frank Locke. Makes it 60-31. I imagine Coach Nick Augelli is looking ahead to next year for that ball club. Shot on the outside by Segalars. Missed the rebound by Prathon Battle. Lead pass off to Teddy McIntosh. Passes off in the forecourt of Frank Locke. Locke shoots it up from 8 feet out and good. And McIntosh, he'll pass off without even looking at where he's passing. He knows where his man is. He doesn't give his pass away. 60-33 the score. Pass to Ozzie Major. Drives in, lays it up, no good. Follow-up shot, no good. Rebound picked up by Major. And he passes off to Chris O'Toole on the midcourt. O'Toole back over this side to Dickens. Dickens into Henry Brown. Turns, shoots it up, and missed the rebound over the far side. Picked up by Barrett Parker. Parker goes all the way in, passes off, and it's deflected out of bounds by O'Toole. As Fernando Dickens is playing a pretty good floor game, handling the ball, bringing it down for Sacred Heart. Haven't seen too much of Fernando all season long, but he got his opportunity to start tonight, and he's played the whole ball game out there in the backcourt position for the Hearts. And he's looked very good. Wilby's ball, shot on the outside, missed. Rebound, foot 4, and there'll be a jump ball called between Frank Locke and John Massimo, who's come into the ball game for the Hearts. Massimo, 6'2" sophomore. The tap picked up by the Hearts. Fernando Dickens with the ball, gets it down over the middle in the forecourt. Pass off to Ozzie Major. Down the middle goes Major, lays it up over the rim. No good. The rebound underneath, up and good by O'Toole, or rather Monroe. Hearts have got well, everybody, all their subs in there with the exception of Ozzie Major. Ozzie Major, of course, is a sub. He doesn't start that often, but very fine 6th man for the Hearts. The foul called underneath in the forecourt. Foul is on Major. Pete Rentleman comes into the ball game now for Sacred Heart. Wilby's ball, 2:16 left to go. McIntosh to Parker, set, shoots it up and good. Barrett Parker drops one in from 20 feet out at the side. Wilby, of course, trying to make the score just a little bit more respectable. Chris O'Toole driving in, shoots it, misses. Follow-up shot is up and good by Monroe, Chris Monroe. Monroe and O'Toole, both sophomores. Coach Generale looking forward to seeing these boys again next year. Shot on the outside by Wilby, missed. Rebound picked up by Ozzie Major. Ball knocked out of bounds and awarded to the Hearts. Minute 42 left to go in the ball game. 64-35, that's the score. Hearts going to wrap up another big intercity and Valley League game. Ozzie Major with the ball to O'Toole, shoots it up the side, in and out, rebound picked up by Locke. Locke pass breaking, down over the middle of the forecourt, banks it up and good. How many points does Frank Locke have? 13 points for Frank Locke. Or Wilby in a losing cause, 64-37. Riddleman, the forecourt to O'Toole. Traveling violation call against the Hearts. Now the tallest player on the court, Ray Casitas, comes into the ball game. Casitas is either 6'7" or 6'8". He's only a sophomore. These will be the Sacred Heart ball players of next year. The forecourt will be with the ball. Pass shot is up and good. Over the head push shot by Prathon Battle. 64-39 with 55 seconds left to go in the game. Hearts leading. Pass down court. Out of bounds. Wilby will take over. Don't forget tomorrow night, folks, at 10 of 8, WATR Sports Crew will be on the air from the Crosby Gym to bring you the Crusaders, league leaders in the Valley. Shot on the outside is up and missed by Wilby. Foul called underneath. Foul is called against John Massimo. Broadcast time for the Holy Cross Crosby game from the Crosby Gym tomorrow night at 10 of 8. And on Wednesday night, we'll be at the Wilby Gym for the Torrington-Wilby game. Shot in the foul line is good by Frank Locke. And on Saturday night, we'll be bringing you the battle between the original traditional rivals in the high school basketball in the city, Crosby and Wilby, from the Crosby Gym. Second shot is good, 64-41 the score. Riddleman with the ball in the forecourt, pass off to number 12, Capobianco. Let's see. Well, Capobianco's not in the ball game. I don't know who that number 12 is for Sacred Heart. I believe that is Lance Brown. Time call momentarily now.
What?
Foul. (64-41), that's the score. 19 seconds left to go. Just the final score is the only thing undecided in this ball game. Massimo's shot is missed. Rebound by Riddleman. He shoots it up and goes good. 7 seconds left to go in the game. Ball knocked into the corner. Shot in the deep corner is missed by Wilby as the buzzer sounds. Final score, Sacred Heart 66. Wilby 41. The Hearts came through with a 44-point splurge in the second half